Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, thanks to all my recently new subscribers. And of course, smash that like button. If you get a chance, it's totally free to hit the like button. But anyways, let's get right on to it. Let's talk about the crypto market and what has been going on, man. What's been going on? All right. So we got the fear and greed at 26 fear and greed. We got the altcoin index 29100. CMC. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure if all this even matters anymore. The fear and greed and all that. Altcoin index, CMC 20, and I guess the total market cap right now we're at a 3.5 trillion market cap for the whole market. Um, yeah, the market is just trading flat. Um, Let me see here. There's nothing really special going on. No new good news. I guess the government shutdown is still going on. The government is still shut down. Um, I remember Sunday, it looked like the market was starting to pump again Sunday, but then rumors of the government shutdown ending. But going forward here, I guess we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Like I said before, this market is definitely changed. Um, the fact that we're in November of 2025, and this is what we have. Like I said, we never really had a real, I guess they'll say alt season or bull run, um, like they said. Um, but I guess, between 2023 and now, there was a lot of coins that pumped really hard between that time, between 2023 and 25. I guess, they saying we never had an all season because they didn't all pump at the same time. I guess the way it is now, a lot of altcoins is not, they're not pumping at the same time. Uh, you know, um, but yeah, but I've seen coins go parabolic over the last couple of years, from like I said, from late 2023 to now. But anyways, uh, see what's going on with the market. Like I said, it looked like Bitcoin is going back to that level of support that it was at about between 99K to 100,000. But let's see how this plays out. Um, let's see if Bitcoin is going to go back below 100K. Let's see. Maybe Bitcoin is going to be heading down to 95,000. But if Bitcoin do go back below 100,000, that's going to be a very critical point for Bitcoin at that range. I know the other week Bitcoin went back, went down to 99K. Then it bounced off that resistance and rose back up to 106. Take a look at the 1 month chart right quick. Okay, 115. Okay, excuse me. Okay, looking at the 1 month chart, okay, yeah, we was at 115,000, and then we came back down to 99,000. That was, the fear and greed was at its all-time high. Then looking at the 1 week chart, we was at 99,000. You can see where we pumped back up to 106 because if you look, this was based off news. Where we went from 99 to 106. That was based off news that the government shutdown was ending, but the government shutdown is still going on, I believe, right? So now Bitcoin is heading back down to 100K or probably even below 100K. So yeah, going forward, I think now the crypto market is safe to say the whole crypto market is based off news now. Is driven by like news and fear and greed and all that. Pretty much a very I say right now the crypto market is about 85% speculative. You know, a lot of it's driven off news, whether it's good or bad. I haven't heard about a FOM. It looked like there's not going to be an FOMC meeting this month. So there's nothing going on really. We just got to play it as we see it. The market is just trading flat and slowly coming down. Let's check out Ethereum. Alrighty. Um, Ethereum, okay, we're at 30. Let's take a look at the 1 month for Ethereum. Ethereum was at 4,200. It hit a high of 4,200, 4,268. Then it came back down to 3,192. Okay, looking at the 1 month chart, that's when the fear and greed was at its all-time high. We had a what? We had at least one flash crash. Take a look at the 1 week chart. Ethereum is only down 1.1% for the 1 week, so it's definitely trading flat now. It's down 2.7 for the day. So yeah, man, though this whole market is like I said, I'm looking at a lot of altcoins. A lot of altcoins are still pretty cheap from a couple of flash crashes that we had over the last few months. Take a look at XRP. Okay, XRP is down 10%. Um, it is. Let me see. It's just up 2.2 for the week. So everything is just trading flat right now. I think what it is, the market is just like, okay, what's going to happen next? I think, reading this whole cryptocurrency market right now, that's the conclusion that I've come up with what's going on right now. uh, the market is just like, okay, what next? Are we going to get some bad news? Are we going to get some good news? I think that's what's going on right now. The market is waiting to see whether we get some type of good news to pump the market again. That's what's going on right now with both blue chips and altcoins. That's what I can. Um, that's just what I'm reading. But as far as the whole bear cycle, the bear run, the bull cycle, whatever, the bear cycle, that's all over with now. Now that the whole global, the institutions are in, all this big money's in crypto now. So they're definitely playing the game. They're definitely playing chess with this, but don't be fooled, man. Big money's in crypto. It's just manipulated now. But the only thing that won't change, so I'll say, is the Bitcoin halving every 4 years. Now the Bitcoin halving every 4 years, that's going to stay the same. You can't change that because that's already coded into Bitcoin, right? The halving. But other than that, the whole bear cycle and the bear market, I think that's over. That's something of the past. You know, that's definitely something of the past. Now, when you look at the cryptocurrency market now, I'll just say it's more of a day trader and a swing trader type market right now. You get in on your favorite coin at the bottom, you see that it got beat up pretty bad, then you buy in, go long, and then once it pumps, after it pumps, you gotta pull out, take profits. That's the kind of market we're in right now. It seems like now we're not really in a market where you buy crypto and hold long term. I think them days are over. I think you just got to get in and get out. Because of course we're going to see another pump. You know, the market is always going to just pump and dump because if you notice, every time the market we do get a pump, it's not gonna like, how can I say it? It's not gonna be sustainable. Every pump is not sustainable. It's gonna eventually dump. So that's why it's very important. Now more than ever, it's very important to take profits. If you're in a play, it pumps like whatever 30, 40, 50%, maybe even up to 100%. It's always good to go ahead and take those profits off the table because the price will be coming back down. Bitcoin has proved that. You can look at Bitcoin and see, you know, it went from 99,000 to 106, and then it goes back down to almost 100,000. So yeah, this is definitely a swing traders type market right now. So I'm thinking right now people are buying the dips right now, waiting for the next pump, wait for the next pump, then get right back out. Whatever cryptocurrency you're holding. But anyways, none of this is financial advice. I'm only here for entertainment purposes and educational purposes only. All right. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Um, Looking at the market, like I said, I haven't heard of any type of major news going on. Um, I haven't heard, like I said, I haven't heard about an FOMC meeting on it. Like I said, I believe 2026. Like I said, 2026, going towards the end of this year, and next year there's probably gonna be a big pump. Jerome Powell is set to leave in May. Jerome Powell is gonna be out of there. Um, he definitely didn't want to see us have a real bull run, but I think that's gonna be a big catalyst once Jerome Powell get out of there next year, and then we're gonna see a big pump sometime in 2026, and then going towards the end of 2026, there's there's rumors of a big market crash where like Bitcoin it's probably going to go back down to like maybe 30K, 30 to 40 to 50K. That's what I'm, that's the indicators of news that I'm hearing. And then after that big crash, the market is going to pump again. Basically it's going to be like a big reset. The crypto market is going to do a big reset. It's going to weed out a lot of people the weekends. Like I said, the big crash, they're saying by the end of 2026, we'll see. And then the market basically is going to be a reset. And then the market is going to Bitcoin and Ethereum and the whole cryptocurrency market a pump again. But before that big crash, we're going to see a pump. We will see a nice pump, before the big crash in 20 sometime late 2026. But we'll wait and see, But right as of right now, um, it's everything is a nothing burger. There's nothing going on right now. Even all your favorite cryptos they're just not moving like we would have thought. But anyways, you know, that's that. We just gotta play this market as we see it, pretty much. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hey, if you'd like to join the private community, my link is at the bottom left. We got a small community over there on Patreon. I've been covering low cap gems over there for the last a year. We got a 24/7 chat group. You know, we talk about more stuff like this, how we can do better in the crypto market. You know, even when the market is looking, you know, looking kind of crappy like this. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Come on over to Patreon. We got a nice shouts out to the Patreon members, by the way. Still a few of us over there. But yeah, um, especially if you're new to the channel, you know, to sign up for the group, it's only 15 bucks, and you can't beat that. You're not going to get another deal like that nowhere else on crypto YouTube. Everybody else want 50 to $100 for their, I guess, for their Discord, Patreon, whatever they're doing. But hey, 15 bucks, hey, that's really, really a steal, you know, to join a private community. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and that is my update on the Bitcoin and the crypto market. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.